Shalom, Ahab, Wa, Baraka. First and foremost, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Waharakadash. Now, I'm just going to get right into it. I knew on Saturday when I finished the class that the class was unable to be uploaded completely because the camera turned off on me. I didn't know the camera turned off, but I actually have a very demanding job. Like I said, I have a very demanding job. I'm in a leadership position where I work, and so I end up working 10-hour days, and then the job site is literally Gershom and Ramsey's. So I have to drive 3 hours round trip to get back and forth to work. So I wasn't able to finish this video when I saw that the camera had turned. I just couldn't understand why it just turned off. And you know what? It was a crazy day. There was Edomites everywhere. The place was covered, and I hadn't seen it like that since I've been out there. So there was just a weird energy out on the streets that day. So I'm gonna finish that class. I'm gonna bring out verses 12 through 15. We're gonna actually start at verse 10. So let's go ahead and start at verse 10. Because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it. Whereas the Yahweh was there. Wait a second. So it's saying these two nations. Who are the two nations that they're talking about? Who are these two countries? It's the northern and the southern kingdom. So let's jump into verse 11. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will indeed, remember the word even is an old English word that means indeed. So I will indeed do according to thine anger and according to thine envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them. So he's going to do exactly to them. Remember, twofold what they did to us. And I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. So we're going to know that he is our Savior when he judges them. Now let's jump into verse 12. Let's get into verse 12. Because this is where we left off on Saturday. And thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, and I have heard all the blasphemies which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying, they are laid desolate and are given us to consume. Well, wait a second here. Let me just keep going. Let's keep going on this. We're going to read up to verse 14. Whoops, I skipped over 13. Sorry about that. Verse 13. Thus, with your mouth ye have boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. So, you Edomites are going to be destroyed with the probably what I'm going to consider the harshest judgment in all of biblical history, in all of history together. But let's go ahead and read 14. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, when the whole earth rejoice, I will make thee desolate. So how is the earth going to be happy again? How are we going to feel good about ourselves? When you are destroyed to the uttermost depths of completeness. You won't be back. Verse 15. But you know what? Whoa. Let's get a precept. Let's get a precept. See, the problem is that this is what we're dealing with right now. This is who we're dealing with. This is exactly who we're dealing with. This is who is going to be made, who's going to be made desolate. Hold on, I'm grabbing my other Bible because I want to go back to Ezekiel. While we got it up, I want to go back and read Ezekiel 35 and 13 and 14 again. So let's get to that. Ezekiel 35, boom, there it is right there. Thus, with your mouth you have boasted against me. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called Yahweh, and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, when the whole earth rejoices. Wait, I have heard them. Let's stop there. Above all that is called Yahweh, or that is worship. So who exalteth himself above all that is Yahweh, or that is worshipped? So that Yahweh sitteth, so that he as Yahweh sitteth in the temple of Yahweh, showing himself that he is Yahweh. Who does that? Who thinks they rule? Who thinks they control this place? Let me read 14 again. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, the whole earth rejoice. When the whole earth rejoice, I will make thee desolate. Why? Let's read it again. Why? Why is he going to make you desolate so we can be happy? Let's see. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called Yahweh, or that is worshipped, so that he is as Yahweh sitting in the temple of Yahweh, showing himself that he is Yahweh. Who does this? Come on, Edom. You know you're doing this. You think you rule this place. You don't understand that you got set up. You're set up. You're set up to fulfill the prophecies, and now you've shown your horns. We all know who you are. Everybody's going against you. Let me get another precept. All right, I really wanted to bring this out, so let's get it. You know what? We're going to start at 15. Sorry, I know it's already up there. I was just looking on I'm actually reading out of the Bible. So, the heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made. They made the pit. Oh, man. That just goes right back into the story with Esther. Remember, he made the gallows for Mordecai, and he got hung by him. So let's read it again. Let's read it again, sorry. The heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made. In the net which they hid is their own foot taken. So all the things that they think that they're going to do to us is how they're going down every time. Let me keep going. 16. The Lord is known by the judgment which he executeth. That's the one right there. That's the point right there. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. So these wicked Edomites aren't getting away with what they're doing. I'm telling you, it's coming. It's coming soon. Watch my next video. 6 months ago, I told you Gog and Magog is Russia and Iran. Let's find out if I'm right. Which is not me, because I'm not right. I'm wrong. But Yahweh is right. And if he used me to say something, then the words came out correct, because this word will not come back void. The Lord is known by the judgment which he exalteth. I'm getting excited. I'm getting excited. The Lord is known by the judgment which he executeth. The wicked is snared by the work of his own hand. One more. Should I go one more? I guess I got a couple more there. The wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forget Yahweh. So, not only you Edomites, don't worry, you're going to have company. Everybody that was with you and drunk off the iniquity of drunk off the wine of your iniquity, according to Revelation, they're going to be with you. So you won't be alone. You'll have company. So the wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forgot Yahweh. For the needy shall not always be forgotten. The expectation of the poor shall not perish forever. So, it's coming to an end, guys. It's coming to an end. This isn't going to go on forever. We are the poor. We're not going to die. The ones that are sincere, that have been sealed in this word, are going to be protected. The rest of you, you're fucking doomed. I don't give a shit. I just don't. You didn't care about anything all the way up until now, and you think that you're going to get some oil? You better pray. You better get down on your knees and go into your little secret place and pray if you can understand even that. I see prayer groups. I see people hand-holding whole ass congregations going down to the front of the church to pray. Just saying. You guys are fucking doomed. But anyway. One more verse. Two more verses. Two more verses and I'm out. Two more verses and I'm out. Let me bring them back up. Sorry. I've talked so long. Turned off. That's right. I don't have any editing skills. I just do everything on my tablet. Alright, two more verses though. Arise, O Lord, let not man prevail. Let the heathen be judged in thy sight. Well, that goes right into pursuant to Isaiah 66. I think it's 15 and 16. Let's get it. Let's just get it real quick. Be judged in thy sight. So that's what I'm saying. So how are we going to be? And I keep bringing this up because this is what's getting ready to happen. This is the arrows that are going to be shot. So be judged in thy sight. What I tell you, Isaiah 66, 15. For behold, the Lord shall come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Yahweh, the Lord, plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. So when you hear that and you go back to 19 and 20. Arise, O Lord, let not man prevail. Let the heathen be judged in thy sight. You read Isaiah 66, 15 and 16. It shows you what you're going to see. I just showed you. I read it to you, so I don't need to do it again. Verse 20. Put them in fear, O Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Waharakadash, that the nations may know themselves to be but men. In other words, they got to come back to the laws too. They are going to be forced to keep these laws. They're not getting away with nothing. The nations may know themselves to be but men. Don't be like these heathens. Even the nations that aren't acting. So you got other nations that actually still keep their own laws. They're not drunk off the wine of the iniquity of the secret Babylon. So that I'm just not going to really get into it because that's a whole different class. But anyway, let's move back over here to Ezekiel. We're going to get the last verse. And actually, I want to get one more precept. We went to, I want to go to Psalms. I want to go to Psalms 83 and there's Psalms 83 and 12. But what I wanted to do was go back to I want to go back to 2 Thessalonians 2 and 4. Now we can all see that Psalms 83 and 12 says, who said, let us take ourselves the house of God in possession. Now, let me go back, because I kind of put those out of place. So let me go back to 2 Thessalonians 2 and 4 and read it again for you. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called Yahweh. Let us take the house of Yahweh in our possession. Or that is worshipped, so that he, as Yahweh, sitteth on the temple of Yahweh, showing himself that he is Yahweh. So, who did that? Well, let's see. Who said, let us take to ourselves the house of Yahweh in our possession? Now, I'm going to show you guys a real cool secret right now. From the Apocrypha, which means secret document, not for public use. First Maccabees 3 and 48. Now, I already showed you that in 2 Thessalonians 2 and 4, what did it say? And he opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called Yahweh, or that is worshipped, so that he, as Yahweh, sitteth in the temple of Yahweh, showing himself that he is Yahweh. So what did the Edomites do? The so-called Amalekites, or what we call Jewish, and laid open the book of the law, our law. They grabbed our book, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their image. So as they're sitting in the seat of Yahweh, they're actually doing iconoclasm. And iconoclasm means replacement theology. So when you paint over the faces, you're replacing what the original or the truth is, and you're making a theory of what it could have been or maybe should have been according to what the Edomites believe. But there's more. There's more. How are they able to accomplish the putting themselves in the seat of Yahweh? How are they able to accomplish that? 2 Maccabees 6 and 6 again. I will never let this go until Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai sends Yahushai back to correct us, to free us, and put all the rest of the prophecies in place. This is 2 Maccabees 6:6. This is how they accomplished getting into the seat of God. This is how they accomplished the iconoclasm. They conquered us because what did we do? We refused to keep the laws. And we all know in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, starting at verse 15, it says it. But if it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken to the voice of the Lord Yahweh, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So what they do when they conquered us? They made it unlawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feast days, or to profess himself at all to be a Jew. Why do you think Kanye went in on the so-called Jews? Because they're not us. But that was the accomplishment. That's how it went down. Now we know who the Edomites are, hopefully. It's not a skin color these days. So, but by majority, we know that the Edomites are the ones that look like what we would call cave dwellers or Caucasians. But for the most part, all nations are drunk from the wine of her iniquity. So we've got a lot of chocolate Edomites and Arab Edomites and Mexican Edomites. I don't care where you go. You're gonna have Israelites that look like other nations, and you're gonna have Edomites that look like other nations. They've been chasing us around the earth since Jacob was holding on to Esau's heel. So let's go ahead and read verse 15 for Ezekiel. Let's go ahead and just read the last verse real quick. And then we get out some more precepts. And then I'm going to bring out another class in a minute also, because I really want to get this class over with, because I couldn't believe that through all that I went through, the camera actually turned off on me while I was doing a class. I mean, in sincerity, I don't want nothing from nobody. All I want to do is be a part of waking up the children of Israel. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to Ezekiel, and we're going to go back to 35 and 15 and read that last verse. Yeah, let's get that last verse, right? Let's get that last confounding, nail-driving verse. As thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel. What did we inherit? Let's go back to it one more time. If thou wilt not hearken unto the, If thou wilt not hearken, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, Yahweh, to observe and do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that these curses shall overcome thee and overtake thee. So, when you go back over to Ezekiel 35 and 15, it says, as thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel. So now we know that the inheritance was the curses because we refused to keep the law. And they rejoiced over that because they felt that they were supposed to be the supreme being. Let me keep going. Because it was desolate. We were destroyed as a people. And let me show you how they rejoice. Since we're getting into it, let me show you how they rejoice. Let me go back to Ezekiel again really quick, 35 and 15. As thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel. All right, okay. Let's go ahead and go to Revelation chapter 11. That's Revelation chapter 11. We're going to start at verse 9. And they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them. They're rejoicing. What are they rejoicing over? They're rejoicing over them because our inheritance was a curse. And they make merry, and they shall send gifts to one another. What are the gifts? We were the gifts. In slavery, they were trading us as sex slaves, as bondage slaves, as cooks, cleaners, you name it. Because these two prophets tormented them that dwelt on the earth. Let me go back a little bit. To verse 10. Ezekiel 35 and verse 10. Because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and I will possess it, whereas the Lord was there. So, let me go back to 10 again. And they that dwelt on the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry, and shall give gifts to one another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwelt on the earth. One of the torments is that Esau thinks that the inheritance belongs to him because he's the oldest. That torments him on a daily basis because he traded it for raw meat and a pot that was boiling. It wasn't even that good. Another thing, when King David and King Solomon were in rulership, we literally had them in physical slavery. So, let me go ahead and get a couple more precepts, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut out. I got to read verse 10 again. This is Ezekiel 35 and verse 10. And then I'm going to go over to Luke 17 and 2. So what's on the board right now is Luke 17 and 2. But I got to read Ezekiel 35 and 10 one more time for you. Because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it, whereas Yahweh was there. He's with us. Hold on now. What does it say? You messed with the children of Israel. Not only the northern kingdom, but also the southern kingdom. The whole family has been desolate. Now let's see what the Most High feels about that. This is in red normally, so this would be Yahushua speaking, which everybody so ignorantly calls Jesus. This is Luke chapter 17 and verse 2. This is a very popular verse. Most people should know it. It would be better for him that a millstone, GMS, were hung about his neck and cast into the sea, than that he should offend one of the little ones. We are the little ones. We are the children of Yasharah to Zayawan wa Yerushalayim. Now I got let me see if I can get one last precept. This last verse is for all the sincere. Akyam wa Akwath, and the little children that are being put into the truth, that are in the truth. And of course, first and foremost, all of the apostles, the prophets, the elders, the teachers, the disciples, all of the sincere, like I said, Akiyam, they're receiving these messages. Let me read it. The Lord hath taken away thy judgments. He has cast out thine enemy. He has cast out your enemy. He is going to take care of this situation. The King of Israel, even Yahweh Shai, or even the Lord, is in the midst of thee. Thou shalt not see evil anymore. Even the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, is in the midst of thee. Thou shalt not see evil anymore. This is the prophecy that I've been waiting for all my life. I'm still getting judged. My enemy's still over me. And Yahweh Shai, he's here and he's starting to show himself again. So we're really starting to get excited because we're waiting for this moment where we no more see evil. Let me get that for you. Let me get one more verse, because we shall see evil no more. I just told you the Edomites are going to be done away with. First of all, we need to go all the way back to Job. Let's go back to Job. We shall see evil no more. Remember that? Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. The earth. This is Job 9:24. This is one of the most basic verses in the Bible. Everybody should know this by heart. People should be reading this, not even reading it. They should be literally just saying it out loud without even having to read it. When you say Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So this is when we're going to be better. This is when things are going to... Wait. Let me go ahead and read Zephaniah 3:15 again. The Lord hath taken away thy judgment and has cast thine enemy. The King of Israel, even the Lord, is in the midst of thee. Thou shalt see evil. Thou shalt see evil no more. The world was given into the hands of the wicked. Who's evil? Oh, well, wicked and evil, those are two different words, so you can't. Shut the fuck up. The earth was given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. I already showed you iconoclasm in First Maccabees 3:48, and then Second Maccabees 6:6, showing you that they made it illegal for us to show our faces and who we are. He covered that. And he put himself in that place. So the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? If it's not the Edomites over here in secret Babylon, who is it? Who is it? And if you try to tell me it's Arab, you're lying. In fact, I already told you, Russia and Iran, that's Gog and Magog. That has nothing to do with what we're talking here. And they're going to fulfill their own prophecies. They're already working together. They already told Biden, no, you can't have any more oil. And now there's going to be repercussions. More prophecy, whole different class. I'm going to shut this one down because now I'm really starting to get into it. Let's go to Matthew 13:16 and shut my classes down the way I shut every class down. What does Matthew 13:16 say? If you ever study with me, you should know by now. Blessed are your eyes, for they see. And blessed are your ears, for they hear. The reason why I always say that, because if you go one verse up, and this is Yahweh Shai speaking, when the blessed are your eyes for they see and your ears for they hear, that's Yahweh Shai speaking. But let's go one verse up. Hold on, let's go one verse up. Let's start over. Let's start at verse 15. For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them. He doesn't want to. Or he wouldn't say this next, but blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. See, we're special. We've been sealed. The other people, they wax gross and their eyes are dull. Their ears are dull of hearing. They don't want to hear it no more. They're offended by the word. They're offended by this. They hate hearing it. It's repetitious. I don't want to do that. I want to eat bacon. I like having all of the worldly things that come with being a heathen. Lest at any time they should see and hear, and they should understand and should be converted. They're not going to do that. He doesn't want to do that with them. They spent all this time being heathens, and now at the very last thing, oh yeah, let me go ahead and wake them up. No, stay asleep. We're trying our best because we're showing our works, because we don't know which one of you are going to wake up or not. One last verse, and then I'm going to shut it down. We're going to go ahead and shut it down right here. Revelation 22 and 14. I end every class this way. Blessed are they that do his commandments. And I told you last time, it's because the ones that are literally going to sincerely do the commandments are the people that are sealed. Nobody else can accomplish this. So blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have the right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. And with that being said, if you have eyes to see and ears to hear, I just really hope you were able to get something out of this little message. And double honors to the elders, the prophets, the apostles, the disciples, the teachers at GMS for bringing out this truth daily. I didn't get this class from them, but I study with them daily. And they are the 100% truth. What they bring out is sincerity. They don't go for a bag. I'm not in GMS. I'm not in any camp. But if I were to stand with somebody, it would be with the people that have the truth. And that's the great millstone. Shalom.